The entire kingdom celebrated the death of the Demon King. His castle had fallen, his army was destroyed, and his head was displayed above the capital gates for 20 long years. But on the night of your 18th birthday, the Demon King came back, and the first thing he said was, "Bring me my son." Rain poured across the massive kingdom of Valtheria. Thunder shook the skies while soldiers patrolled the capital walls nervously. For 20 years, peace had existed, or at least that's what people believe. You pulled your hood tighter while walking through the crowded streets. Nobody noticed you. Nobody ever did. Just another poor orphan surviving in the lower district. But tonight felt different. Wrong. The air itself felt heavier somehow, and the strange black mark on your chest burned painfully beneath your clothes. You stopped walking. Your breathing became uneven. Not again. The mark had appeared when you were a child. A symbol shaped like twisted shadows. Doctors couldn't explain it. Priests called it curse. So you learned to hide it from everyone, especially the royal guards, because people with strange marks disappeared in this kingdom. Forever. Suddenly, boom, the ground shook violently. People screamed. A massive explosion erupted somewhere near the outer walls. You looked toward the distance, and your blood froze. Black smoke covered the sky. No, not smoke. Shadows. Living shadows. The bells across the capital began ringing loudly. Monster attack. To the walls. Citizens ran through the streets in panic. Soldiers rushed past you carrying weapons. Then you heard something terrifying. Not screams. Laughter. Deep, cold, inhuman laughter echoing across the city. Your chest mark suddenly burned hotter than ever before. You collapsed to one knee, and then you heard a voice inside your head. He has returned. The royal army flooded toward the northern gate. You should have run. Any normal person would, but something pulled you forward instead, like invisible strings dragging your body through the chaos. Rain slammed against the streets as you followed the smoke toward the outer district. Buildings burned everywhere. Soldiers lay dead across the roads. But strangely, the shadows ignored you completely. One creature even stopped directly in front of you. A massive beast covered in black armor and glowing red eyes. It sniffed the air around you, then slowly stepped aside, letting you pass. Your heart nearly stopped. Why didn't it attack? Then you finally saw him, standing in the middle of the destroyed city gates. The Demon King, tall, wrapped in black armor darker than the night itself. A crimson cape moved behind him like flowing blood. His glowing red eyes scanned the terrified soldiers surrounding him. And every time he moved, people died. One royal knight charged toward him screaming. The Demon King didn't even look at him. Crack. The knight exploded into blood instantly. Your stomach twisted. This monster, this thing, had destroyed the world once before, and somehow he was alive again. The captain of the royal guards stepped forward trembling. That's impossible. The hero killed you 20 years ago. The Demon King tilted his head slightly, then laughed quietly. A hero? The shadows around him began twisting violently. You mean the man who betrayed me? The air suddenly became freezing cold. Even the rain stopped falling for a moment. The Demon King slowly raised one hand. Darkness spread across the ground like a living ocean. Soldiers screamed as shadows grabbed their legs and dragged them underground alive. Panic exploded across the battlefield, but the Demon King ignored everyone, because suddenly his eyes locked onto you. Silence. The entire world suddenly felt silent. Your breathing stopped. The Demon King stared directly into your soul. Then, for the first time, shock appeared on his face.
Impossible choc.
Like he had just seen a ghost.
No.
His voice sounded almost human now. The Demon King slowly walked toward you. Soldiers immediately tried blocking his path. Protect the civilians. Stop him. Dozens of knights attacked at once. None survived. Bodies fell around him instantly, but he never took his eyes off you. Your legs refused to move. Fear consumed every part of your body. The closer he came, the hotter your chest mark burned. Then finally, the Demon King stood directly before you, close enough for you to see your reflection in his crimson eyes. And then he whispered something that shattered your entire world. "My son." Your mind went blank. What?
No.
That was impossible. You stepped backward immediately. You're insane. The Demon King's expression darkened slightly. You have her eyes. Your heartbeat pounded violently. Her? Suddenly, broken memories flashed inside your mind. A woman smiling softly, warm hands touching your face, black feathers falling from the sky, and a deep voice saying, "Protect him." Pain exploded through your head. You screamed and fell to teach. A giant underground laboratory hidden beneath the royal capital. Children trapped inside glass containers. Black shadows injected into their bodies. Screaming, crying, dying. Your breathing stopped. What is this? The Demon King's voice became colder than ice. The royal family created the Abyss experiments. The hero immediately shouted, "Enough!" But the memories continued. Scientists wearing royal uniforms. Priests performing forbidden rituals. Shadow monsters chained beneath the kingdom. And then, the king himself appeared inside the memory. Smiling, your stomach twisted.
No.
The Demon King looked directly at you. The kingdom feared the Abyss. The memory showed soldiers dragging children into darkness. So they tried controlling it. Thousands died in experiments. Entire bloodlines erased. Villages burned to hide evidence. And worst of all, the Shadow Clan was never destroyed because they were evil. They were destroyed because the kingdom wanted their power. Your body trembled violently. They murdered my mother. The hero lowered his eyes silently. She tried exposing the truth. The memory changed again. Your mother standing before the royal court, begging them to stop the experiments. The king gave only one order: erase her. You felt rage explode inside your chest. Dark shadows flooded across the chamber floor. The soldiers screamed in terror. The hero stepped forward desperately. You don't understand. The abyss cannot be controlled. The Demon King's voice thundered through the chamber. That didn't stop you from trying. Boom. Darkness exploded across the room. Stone pillars shattered instantly. The hero looked toward you again. Pain filled his eyes now. Not hatred, regret. The kingdom needed power, he said quietly. Other nations were preparing for war. So you sacrificed innocent people? You shouted. Silence. That silence told you everything. Then suddenly, a weak voice echoed from one of the damaged laboratory chambers nearby. Help! Everyone froze. You slowly turned. Inside a broken glass container, a child stared back at you. Half human, half shadow creature, still alive. Your blood ran cold. There were hundreds more containers behind him. Some empty, some filled with bones, some still moving. The royal conspiracy was worse than anyone imagined. The kingdom hadn't protected humanity from darkness. They created it. The hero closed his eyes painfully. We thought we could save the world. The Demon King answered instantly. No. His crimson eyes burned with hatred. You only created monsters. The chamber shook again. Above the capital, screams echoed across the city because the truth was finally awakening. And once the truth spreads, kingdoms fall.